All right, so here is a topic that was making headlines earlier this week. We wanted to dig into it a little bit here. Rivers can be a fun place to take your dog if you are out on a hike, an adventure for the day, but experts say you want to keep a close eye on your pup right now.
Yeah, veterinarians across our area are growing concerned over salmon poisoning disease, which could be potentially deadly. Joining us live to avoid a trip to the ER is our pet health expert, Dr. Jason Nichols. Good morning, Dr. J.
Good morning, Emily and Jenny. How are you?
Oh, doing well. I was just talking to someone where this had happened to their son's dog, and I thought it was so random. So then I was not surprised, I guess, to see it in the news. There's a spike in cases of this right now?
There is, yeah. A lot of veterinary clinics and a lot of veterinary ERs are reporting a spike in cases of salmon poisoning disease. And concerningly, a lot of the dogs that are coming in are much sicker than they are, historically, I guess.
Wow. So how exactly does salmon poisoning disease happen?
So it's actually a really interesting way it happens for such a severe disease or potentially severe disease. There's a bacteria that infects a parasitic worm, and then that worm makes its way into a freshwater snail, and then salmon and other salmonid fish like trout and sturgeon, so it's not just salmon, will eat that snail, get infected with that bacteria and that parasitic worm, and then a dog eats that fish and itself becomes infected with the bacteria and the parasitic worm. And it's the bacteria that really wreaks havoc when it gets into a dog's system.
Wow, that's quite a chain of events that happen leading up to that. So what are the symptoms and the signs to look out for that maybe your dog has done this, has eaten one of these fish?
Yeah, so symptoms can take up to about 5 to 7 days or so to occur, and sometimes even a few weeks. Usually the initial signs are some vomiting and diarrhea, which may be fairly mild at first. But then we start seeing a fever set in. We start getting weakness and lethargy, so decreased energy level. Swollen lymph nodes may be a feature of this. And then the vomiting and diarrhea gets progressively worse. And if it's not diagnosed and treated in time, this is fatal in about 90% of the cases. So definitely the earlier you catch it, the earlier you get it treated, the better.
Wow. Okay, that's scary stuff, but interesting to note that it's not as sudden onset of symptoms as we might see with like algae or some of the other dangers in the water. This can take several days to start seeing this pop up.
Yep.
Wow.
And that's a big part of the concern. So really, if you know that your dog has gotten access to raw fish around the river or streams, or even if you think they have, if they're vomiting or having diarrhea, get them to the vet early. Because if you catch them early, frequently they can be treated on what we call an outpatient basis. So with some antibiotics to go home and supportive care at home. If it's left to progress and the vomiting and diarrhea in particular and the electrolyte imbalances and acid-base balances get really out of whack, then they typically have to be hospitalized and usually in an ICU setting to get IV antibiotics and other IV treatments and critical care. So be proactive here.
Yeah, and again, important to point out that this is the raw fish, these fish that have ingested the snails that have the bacteria, and not, cooked salmon. Don't want to freak people out when they hear salmon poisoning disease, because there are a lot of dog foods that have salmon in them.
Yeah.
Correct, and that's not a problem. And really, and it's funny because it's not really poisoning, right? It's a bacterial infection, so it is quite a misnomer. But it sort of sticks in people's minds, hopefully. And yes, cooking does kill the bacteria and negate the problem. It's raw fish. So if you fish or your neighbor's fish, be really careful where you clean and gut your fish and how you dispose of those things. If you bring your dogs to the river or the streams, keep them under leash control or very reliable voice control, and don't let them eat or even roll around in these things. These dead fish, because it can lead to some very serious problems.
Okay, now if your dog is just going and drinking water out of a stream or out of the river, is that okay? They're not going to get this from just drinking the water that maybe this fish is near, could they?
Correct. No, they've got to eat like the blood or the guts or the flesh of the fish. They've got to actually eat the fish, ingest the fish. Now, again, if they roll in a dead fish, they might be able to lick some of that, the unsavory parts of the fish off themselves, and they could potentially get the condition that way. But no, just drinking the water that fish are in is fine from this standpoint, but can cause some other problems, as you mentioned earlier, Emily, with algae and things of that nature.
Right.
Yeah.
Want to watch out.
Everything to look out for.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Good to know.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for keeping us pet parents on our toes, Dr. J. Some good tips there and information about a subject a lot of people probably don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks so much
have
for
a good
joining
one.
us.